Becky, like how many minutes would you stand in line for that attraction? Like that to me is the question.
Her face says it all. Did you just put up a 5, Becky?
I did. I surely did.
Jesus
But here's the thing.
You'd only wait 5 minutes? How long does it take to get through the queue?
It'll take longer than that. And that's fine.
You wouldn't even ride it.
Extra.
It'd be empty.
Well done. You got it. Yeah. The first.
Welcome, Walt Disney World fans, to another episode of the Notcast, presented by NotClub33.com. This week's episode, we're talking about overrated attractions at Walt Disney World. It's been over a year since we did the underrated. I guess it slipped through the cracks, so we just never did the follow-up. So here we are. My name is Steve Rhodes. With me this week is Pat Neistat.
What's up?
Becky Wells is with us.
Hello.
And asleep as usual, Bobby.
What?
Bobby.
What?
Let's see if his nose in that position.
Wake up, Jose.
What?
Knock, knock, knock.
Hello. Sorry. I'm not sorry, but sorry.
Well, Bobby, now that you're awake, the topic is overrated Disney World attractions. So you can go first and just jump right in.
Oh, okay. I've got all sorts of these things. My gut tells me to do something like Carousel of Progress or It's a Small World or one of these Disney classic attractions, but
Overrated though.
Yeah, no, they're absolutely 100% overrated. It's just I don't know if they are that overrated, and I think part of my criteria is going to be a longer wait time. And because of that, I'm going to go with Slinky Dog Dash as the most overrated ride that's out there. It's a roller coaster. It's a fun roller coaster, but it's no different or better than any other roller coaster that you might get at a Disney theme park or even off property or anything like that. It's literally made out of, the shit that you build as a kid. I mean, like it's made out of toys is what it's made out of. You could literally have made this in your backyard.
Tinker Toys?
Tinker Toys. Yeah, that's what it's called. I'm sorry.
I
don't have a
theme
kid.
of it.
I mean, yeah, but my point is that it's very basic and it doesn't really like do much for me anyway.
For you.
So there's always just a 90-minute wait or longer for this ride. It's not that long of a coaster. I'd put Guardians up there way higher as a roller coaster, Rock and Roller Coaster as a much better coaster inside its own theme park. Expedition Everest, Big Thunder Mountain, all of those I would rate at higher levels of excitement. So the fact that this warrants such a long wait time for me is just kind of weird, and I don't get it. So I'm going to go with Slinky Dog Dash.
Fair enough.
I think it's because it's one of the
wait time. Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's like that because it is a bigger coaster, but like it can cater to a younger crowd on many ways, both the theme and height requirement, things like that. So it is one of the only
I think
ones
it's fun.
like that. Yeah.
It's not that it's not fun. It's just
but I agree. Like that's why the wait time is also crazy because that's one of the fewer rides. Like there's not as many rides in that park that like
it's a long way to wait for it. It's not
do.
Yeah, it's a long wait and it's not very long ride, is it?
No, it's not. It really goes by in 90 seconds.
Yeah.
Then some.
And it's. I believe it's still. The hardest ride in Hollywood Studios to get a Genie Plus selection for as well. It's like if you get a selection
in the morning.
Yeah, you get it in the morning, but you won't be on boarding in the morning. You'll be in the afternoon. It's like crazy how hard it is to get.
And that's in a park that's objectively full of attractions that are that may be significantly better in their own right, with Rise of the Resistance, Smuggler's
Alien
Run,
Swirling Saucer.
Sure, we'll go with that. Why not? Tower of Terror. I mean, like there's a lot of attractions there.
Park. Yeah, if you're taking littler kids to this park, there's not a lot that they can
and that's why it's so.
That's why it's
so high in demand.
Exactly it.
That's why it's overrated for him, though. Yeah.
And
yeah,
I
100%. I don't
I think
disagree. I'm just
there's rides in every park that you could say the same thing for, because if they cater to the family, more people are going to want to ride them when they don't
right.
have a large height requirement, or just younger kids don't have a big of a problem on it. And I think that's one of the problems with my ride, and it's one of the newest rides at Walt Disney World in Epcot, and it's Remy's Ratatouille Adventure. I mean, I don't get it, man.
I was going to choose that. That was mine. That was mine.
Yeah, I mean,
No, it wasn't.
Yeah,
yeah,
it was.
like I'm sure when this ride originally came out in Paris, it was fine, it was cool, but like they could have updated it and not used this exact same technology. Maybe stole some of that technology from Runaway Railway, where you didn't need the 3D glasses. But the wait time on this, or having the pay for the Genie Plus thing, is just like, I don't get it. It's just not. It shouldn't be more than a half an hour, and people are
And
out of their minds. Yeah.
to me, there's 3 rides at Disney World that are using that exact same technology. It's Rise of the Resistance, Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway, and Ratatouille. And
All to
objectively, of the
different,
3,
yeah, to different extents, but yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
but objectively, of the 3, Remy's is the worst application of that technology, in my opinion. I mean, to your point,
Even
the Mickey and Minnie's ride has the 3D that's not really 3D, but you don't need the 3D glasses.
Yeah.
Part, and it has way more stunning visual effects. Rise of the Resistance is the most immersive ride on property, I would say. And then you got Remy's, which they light a furnace or something. I don't know.
The
like
3D doesn't even look that great.
No, it doesn't.
No, and it's what's funny is it's the newest ride of the 3 you just mentioned at Disney World.
Well, but it's only in Florida.
But it is. They had the option of updating it, and they did it. It's the newest ride of those 3 trackless rides. They have 3 trackless rides that they just recently put in, and it is the newest of them, and it is objectively the worst.
It's the magic carpets of Dumbo's.
Yeah, it's just another reiteration of
like some of the sets are okay. Like
I don't hate the ride. It's just overrated.
Yeah, I don't hate it
because of the wait time for what you're
getting.
Time
can.
Yeah.
And it's not very long either, I don't think.
No.
It's a running theme.
Back in the old Genie Plus system, I used it on a park hopper day combined with Magic Kingdom, so I didn't hate it, so I got in with no wait. But had I waited for that ride, I'd be like, what in the hell was that all about? Ain't no way. Becky, what's your most overrated ride?
I wasn't going to go with most necessarily, but
it's your opinion.
Yeah. Tron.
Really?
Tron.
Damn.
Especially if we're going the wait time crap. Oh, Tron.
Well, you
that
have
queue
to.
is a
it's on virtual queue, so you don't know what the line
The
is,
ride itself in the first 10 seconds are fantastic, especially if you can sit in the front. I will concede that makes a huge difference. But man, I mean, I don't care if I ever go on it again. I'm sure I will.
Have you ridden
I understand,
at night,
and I get it. Like, what's that?
Have you ridden at night?
Yeah.
Okay. And you still say that. That's correct. Wow. Yeah.
At night, riding it at night makes no freaking difference over riding it at day. Watching it at night, amazing. I'll watch it over and over. It's really cool. Yeah. But the queue doesn't. I think people should definitely try it because I get it. I understand the draw. It's a whole different thing than a lot of other rides. But like I don't. It's so short. And even with, getting a virtual queue or getting a lightning lane, you're still waiting a very significant amount of time. They really didn't do the locker scenario as smart as like Universal does. Like the whole thing, like there's no like pre-show, which is fine, but the queue is like mind numbing. It's horribly laid out, especially the outside part. And I just think it's overrated, but I appreciate that people want to try the newest ride and have their own opinion. I personally don't care anymore.
I will be trying said ride on my next trip. Over Labor Day weekend coming up here. But and thank you to you and Pat for the hookup on the DVC.
Sure,
you guys are awesome. Anyway, but I can understand the whole thing with Tron because you either have to pay for it or you do the virtual queue, and who knows how long the line will be when you do get into the virtual queue line, because it doesn't bypass the actual line. It just means you can ride. I think the whole system there kind of has people irked, and what I'm anecdotally seeing on Diz Twitter or Diz X or whatever the fuck they're calling it now, since Twitter changed its name.
Right.
What I'm seeing anecdotally is that you can still get virtual queues after park open. Like you can roll in at 10 o'clock and there's still virtual queue left for Tron. If that tells you anything,
So that's my point. That's what I would say is
great. Yeah.
But that's what I would say, though, affects like the way that I'm looking at some of these attractions. Like Remy's always has like a long ass wait time for because it is on like an actual standby line now. Slinky Dog has a long ass wait time for it. With Tron, at least there's still like the option with the virtual queue and everything like that. And like if you had like a standby wait time, Becky, like how many minutes would you stand in line for that attraction? Like that to me is the question. I would stand in line no more than 30 minutes for Slinky, but like I would wait an hour, maybe even an hour and a half for Guardians, for instance.
Did you just put up a 5, Becky?
I did. I surely did.
Jesus
but here's the thing.
You'd only wait 5 minutes? How long does it take to get through the queue?
It'll take longer than that. Now that's fine. Here's the thing. We had a virtual queue. We got it.
Ride it.
Extra.
It'd be empty.
Well done. You got it. Yeah.
So just to be clear, you would wait longer for Carousel of Progress than you would.
Oh yes, I love the Carousel of Progress. As you know,
this is the problem.
It is my ringtone for notifications. So
nice. It's a great, big, beautiful.
Has been for years. But we went on Tron via the virtual queue and the extra Magic Kingdom hours for the deluxe guests. You know, like we got in the queue, that was fine, and the time to return was literally 11:59 when the park closed at midnight, which is fine, and it did bump back a little. But I mean, we had to wait in line because my little kids were like amped to go on this ride, and they were tall enough, and it was like almost an hour, and I thought I was gonna punch myself for entertainment. It was horrible. There's nothing in this queue at all. You can watch it for a little bit, but then you can't see it at certain parts of the line. Then once you're inside, it's pretty quick from there, but it's like, meh.
My brain hurts.
Yikes.
I don't want to discourage people from checking it out as a new attraction, but like, I just don't care. So if I'm saying something overrated, for as many freaking years as we waited for that damn ride, cool.
Ooh, that's also
cookie cutter. Done.
Yeah.
Same as Remy's.
No, yeah, I mean, same theory applies to what I said about the Ratatouille adventure. Pat, you get to close out with your most overrated attraction, and you're on
no pressure topping that one.
I know I took yours, but
I do got a big one though. I got a big one. My original one was Remy's, but I'll stay in Epcot and go with Test Track. I think Test Track is really overrated. It's broken down at least once an hour. The queue sucks. You're walking around, you see a couple cars. You do that stupid little thing where you type into the computer, you make your car, and then you get on the fucking ride, and you try to like, oh, this is your car, but it's really not, you know. And it goes through all this. Oh, you're testing the car out. It's real dumb. You make these different stops. Finally, you get to the main part of the ride, and it's over in like a second, you know. So.
Yeah, because
I hate the old version.
I honestly hate that ride.
I like
my kids like it. That outside where you go outside and you go 60 miles per hour. Maybe that's okay. And then after you go into that showroom, and that's fucking dumb too. I just want to get the fuck out of it. I don't even want to go into it.
You want to buy a Chevy? in case you want to buy a Chevy, you go into the showroom afterwards.
You talk to the
Or
salespeople.
Like they're like
Salespeople.
slick roads and like you're going through a storm and like quick stops and you're jerking around. You're like, what the fuck is
it doesn't
this?
actually do that. They're just making you think that, Paz.
No, it's the same ride every single time. Doesn't matter. You can make the biggest or smallest tires. Your ride feel is the same every single time. It's just like pressing the buttons on Mission Space. It does absolutely nothing.
It doesn't fucking work.
Yeah. Now, it will give you a readout of what your car would have done, but is it actually accurate? And then they try to sell you.
I've never even read that. I don't even pay attention to that. I want to get the fuck out of there.
I kind of agree with you, Pat. The only thing I would say is like the previous version was significantly better when they had the older queue with all the different things going off and hitting the crash test dummies. That was at least entertaining to watch. But as an adult, I have to agree with you here.
Corporate greed.
I'm driving faster. I'm driving faster down the highway, and I'm hitting more potholes than even this thing is reproducing on I-4 when I'm trying to get to the parks. I'm doing half the shit that these people are doing in the ride just trying to get to Disney World. I'm not sure that I really need a recreation of that as an attraction.
Do you have orange zigzags, flowers, and fat tires on your car, though? I mean,
100%.
The other problem I have is that it is 3 people in a row. That's fucking dumb, too.
Yeah.
It really does need to be 2x2 or 4x4.
That's why a single rider is the best way to go if you're going to go.
Works out for my family, but not most families. I hate waiting for
we could bring the dog along and be fine.
Yeah.
You know, but
put the dog in there.
Just head out the window. But yeah, my daughter is
there's no
favorite
windows.
rides. That's one of her favorite rides, and every time she says she wants to get on it, it's like,
oh really?
Wait for park. Oh yeah,
Ella, come on.
We gotta wait for park close because I can't be in that line 80 minutes. 80 damn minutes.
Oh, God.
No, man.
Yeah.
Hey, we gotta wait for
and then it breaks down, and they're like, oh.
And then it sprinkles, and you're like, it's wet.
Yeah. Plan of attack is stay at a deluxe and go on a Monday when it's the 2-hour window afterwards, and hopefully the line is 20 minutes or less because
it's worth it then.
Yeah. I'm good with half an hour, but 80 minutes ain't happening.
No.
Yeah. All right. There is a lot of stuff that we could have said in all of the parks. I don't think we touched Animal Kingdom, but if you watch our show,
all of them are overrated there.
There's nothing there.
If you watch our show about boat rides, which is linked above Pat's head, you will know one of the rides that we all agree was trash at Animal Kingdom, and there are many more. If you've got yours, leave it in the comment section below. What did we miss? And let us know. If you like this video, hit the like button. It really helps us out on the channel. Consider subscribing and have those notifications on so you know when we upload videos, because right now we're uploading a little bit sporadically during the summer. We'll get back to a regularly scheduled program after the D23 Expo sometime, which is scheduled for early September. For everybody here at Not Club 33, have a great day.